Oh, so Wolves nil, Villa nil. And it's becoming increasingly difficult to come onto these videos and to be positive or even to be objective about Wolves at the minute. We are so boring to watch. Everything that we do is predictable, and the quality of what we do is getting worse and worse and worse every single week. Now, I know that Villa have had a good season, and that perhaps away from home against them, we should be happy with a point. But on the balance of play, on what we created in the second half, I think probably we should be winning that game. Although you can't start games the way that we do. This sort of staying in the game ethos that Nuno has put into the team is a really, really negative outlook to every game. I can understand it to an extent against teams like Manchester City, but it just gives the opposition the upper hand in games. I know that we managed to come back into the game in the second half, and that does tend to be the story. But why we're not positive from the first minute? It's not as if these are brand new teams that we're coming up against that we're not sure how they play. Everybody knows everything about every team now. It's not as if anything is a surprise. Why we don't try and get on the front foot and play to our strengths instead of just trying to negate the opposition's strengths is beyond me. Really, I can't think of anything positive to say from the first half at all, other than the crossbar saved us twice. That was it. We couldn't get the ball forward. We can't get the ball towards our best players. Poor Willian Jose, he must think, what on earth has he done to come from Sociedad to Wolves? Apparently there were other Premier League teams interested in him. He must be really regretting that because he's just getting zero service. It's not his fault that he's not scoring. And some of the comments that I've seen on other channels about Willian Jose are ridiculous. They obviously clearly don't know much about football at all. You can't score if you're not getting service. A couple of times he made really good runs. Neto missed him with the ball. There was a good couple of chances where just the timing is off. A couple of years ago when we're on form and we're making these, we're winning games like this, there's no sort of second thought to these passes into the box or out wide. The synergy between the team is really, really good. And we're just lacking that. And that's because of the confidence. And I believe that's because of the way that we start every game. And it also comes to something where Conor Cody is your greatest goal-scoring threat. He was very unlucky, I think, with the first one, which he put across to Sace, it goes down as a terrible, terrible miss from Sace. But I think he just tried to get too much on it. I think if he just tries to roll it in or just get something on it, it goes in. But he got far too good a connection on it, which I know sounds ridiculous. But, that kind of thing happens when your luck is out, I think. And then the second one, what a turn from Cody. And then good bit of goalkeeping from a goalkeeper who's in very, very good form. We know as Wolves fans that he's not the most consistent of goalkeepers, and lots of people have commented about Martinez in that, wait until there are fans in the stadium. Apparently his concentration is all over the place. But he had a really good game tonight and he won Villa the point. Our defence is shocking, appalling. Leander Dendoncker in the first half, all over the shop. He looked like a boy who'd forgotten his PE kit and was just running around with everybody else in the class. Didn't really know what he was supposed to be doing. Misplacing every single pass that he made. Out of position all the time. Nearly cost us a couple of goals as well in that first half. Atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. It's becoming really, really blindingly obvious that we need to get some defenders in because, as I mentioned before the game, we haven't improved since we brought in Bennett and Bolly back in 2017. We haven't got anybody in the squad who's been added in that area of the pitch, and it's really, really evident. And to have three midfielders playing there is becoming a problem. So whether it's signing a whole new back three, if we're going to stick to that, or signing a couple of a more experienced top world class one and a younger one to perhaps challenge to play in the back four alongside Bolly. Who knows? But we need Bolly back as soon as possible. It's good to see him on the bench today, but he wasn't really needed to come on in the second half. And just disappointing. Again, this season cannot end soon enough. And it comes across in the way the players are playing as well. It reminded me a lot of the England cricket team now in India, who have been in terrible form for the last 3 games. Out there, the batsmen just can't see where the runs are coming from, and they're getting out all the time. And that's what it feels like to be a Wolves fan at the moment as well. Whenever we were getting attacked against, you think we're going to concede, and the defence have got the yips a little bit. We just don't know how to. We don't know how to defend properly. We're overthinking everything that we do, and it's costing us. And we are going to end up having a really stagnant season this season, which I can accept. But if we don't improve, we don't sign the right players in the summer, then we're going to have another one next year, which is just not what we want as fans, and not what Fosun want as a business as well. It does remind me a lot of that season before Nuno came in with Paul Lambert. We've had this really terrible run. Then we came back and we've had some good results. And I think we've only lost one in the last 7 games or something, which is good, but the performances are poor. And we've just got to make sure that we get through the last few games of the season, get to sort of 45, 50 points at best, and hope that gets us a top 10 finish. And then go again in the summer. We're going to have to really, really try hard to attract good quality players. Because if I'm a player at home watching that, there's no way, particularly an attacking player, there's no way that you're going to get me to join Wolves at the minute. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely Sunday tomorrow, everybody. Bye.